So, what else is new? I'm starting on a completely different save file because that's just what I do, okay? Like, I literally feel like Dr. Dre. I'm just in my little underground bunker making a whole bunch of save files, Android 16, 17, 18. I'm gonna come out with a sale later on. Like, that's how I feel. I feel like a mad scientist just pumping out different things and not fully fleshing any of them out. But I am. I am. I just like to have multiple projects going on at once. That's just how my brain works. Anywho, so for the last video, I showed you guys my 1990s New England save file, and that's gonna just be based off New England in the 1990s, different parts of New England, so Connecticut, Massachusetts, Maine, Vermont, just different parts. And this is going to be based off 1980s small town Midwest America. Not a specific place in the Midwest, maybe Ohio, maybe Indiana, I don't know. I haven't fully fleshed that out either. I never fully flesh out anything. I kind of wanted to give it like a anywhere USA type of vibe. Like, it could be anywhere in the middle of America, just anywhere. But it is set in the 1980s, which is why I have this G shade preset that I made to kind of give it like that old retro nostalgic vibe. It has a color noise on here, which is gonna create like that analog type of VHS. Let me turn it on just so you guys can see it. But this is how it's supposed to look. Well, how it's gonna look when I'm like, playing it, and when I'm like actually building in it. I typically have this color noise on here. But for the sake of this video, and so it's not blurry and hurting your eyes, I'm gonna turn it off. And I'm also gonna be hopping from like having my G shade on and having it off, just so you guys can fully see what's going on without this G shade on there. And this is also the preset with the tint off, which I like it better with the tint on because I feel like it just gives more of that 1980s vibe with that kind of tint to it. This preset I'm going to probably use for my Pacific Northwest save file whenever I get back to that. But yeah, I just made this preset just by pressing a whole bunch of buttons. That's usually how I make presets, just going in there, just pressing stuff until it look good. But enough of that. So yeah, we're in Willow Creek. Oh, my lips are way too close to the mic. We're in Willow Creek because I love starting with Willow Creek. It's like the genesis of The Sims, okay? Like, it's it's like the first world. I just like starting with it. Probably for my next world I'll show you guys, I'm not gonna start with Willow Creek. I'm gonna start with something else. But yeah, so we're in Willow Creek, and I just kind of rearranged that street because I kind of got tired of having that same layout. I need a different layout for each of my different worlds, or I'm gonna get bored. So I just added my own street right here, placed my own street, and then I placed homes along here, and I blocked out like that godforsaken bayou, this lake right here that I just hate. I blocked that out because that's not the vibe that I wanted for this world. And then here I just put a bridge on this lot. This was the 20 by 15 lot, and I just put a bridge right there, and that's gonna be leading us to the other side, which is gonna be other homes over there. So just thinking of creative ways to change your worlds. That's how we got to be. We just got to like think of creative ways to really create the worlds, because we don't have that much wiggle room with The Sims. Unfortunately, this isn't The Sims 3. So yeah, you just really have to be creative. And I'm also not going to put anything on any of these 12 by 15. Why do I keep saying 12 by 15? 20 by 15 lots, because squeezing a little house right here just wouldn't make sense, and it's so small, and it's not gonna fit the other homes that I made, which are like these long raised ranch split level type homes, very popular in the 1980s, especially in the Midwest. It just wouldn't fit. So I think that's another key, like when making a save file, you don't have to use every single lot, especially if it don't make sense. I feel like when you try to use every single lot and build there, that's kind of how you get stuck, and you don't have a lot of room to really DIY it and, make the world look different. Like, I'm using this as a bridge. This is just going to be an open space. I'm not going to have anything in there. It's just going to be open. I could put a park there, but I just really don't want to squeeze anything. I kind of like the openness of it right there. So I'm most likely just going to leave that alone. And I'm also going to build a home right here, which I'll be working on that. I don't know when, because after this, I'm probably going to start on my other save file and finish working on that, because I just like to start on different things. And I'm also doing each decade. So I'm doing 1990s, 1980s, I'm gonna do 70s, 60s, 50s. Like, I'm doing each decade. I'm making a save file for each. So, but yeah, I'm gonna build a house here, and then I'm gonna also place some more homes along here. And I have to go in and make the homes. I've been really into making my own deco homes lately, because I want every house to be different. So like, I made this house, this one right here, this one right here, this one right here, and I also did this one right here. And then like this I built, and I made the shutters custom because I really wanted some like mid-century modern retro shutters. So I did like some custom shutters right there, custom door. So a lot of custom things with this save file. And I've just been doing that a lot lately because I just love the control of it. I also made some 1980s contemporary homes, but they didn't end up going with the vibe of this particular world. So like, I didn't finish this one, but this is one that I made, which I'm really proud of. I think it looks good. It just doesn't go with the rest of the homes. The rest of the homes are more like your split level homes that were probably built in like the 1960s. These contemporary homes were built most likely in the 1980s because of like the shapes, just the way the home is. And I might save this for another save file. It's just not really fitting with my small town Midwest theme. I might save this for my Pacific Northwest save file, and this I might save for, I don't know, I'm not even finished with it. As you can see, there's still like, you see it's empty, it's no texture. I'm not even finished with it. But yeah, so those are some things that I made. And I'm gonna go in and make some more like split levels and just some more homes to go on this street. And then I'm gonna have to make some homes to go over here and place some stuff over there. I really love the compact, like foresty look. I was really inspired by the neighborhood that Stranger Things was filmed in, and it's a neighborhood in East Point, Georgia. So I kind of just looked around there and like took inspiration for how I was going to do this. And Stranger Things is supposed to be based in Indiana, but it was filmed in Georgia. So, I think I'm going to turn off my G-Shade just so you guys can really see everything. Okay, so this is like how everything is looking so far. To create that like really like foresty look without having like a whole bunch of just trees placed, because with the tree placement and trying to make your own forest, it gets really laggy, and also it doesn't really give that foresty look because the trees be sparse and spacey. So I usually just use these matte what can you call them, these matte textures, backdrops, and I just put them along there. Sometimes I make my own, which some of these I made of my own, and some of these are from K Hippie's 808 mod, and I just took like the matte backgrounds that he had, like the matte trees and stuff, and I made them buyable objects so I can place them along there. And I also have them placed in the back as well to create that that center, just so it's not like that blue background in the back. So I really love creating like my own matte backgrounds and just using those. That's a really big tip. Use the matte backgrounds because that's gonna make things look more put together. But overall, I like how it's coming out. I have to go through and do like my tiny details, like put trash cans, street lights, and telephone poles and stuff like that. I also have to figure out what other homes I'm gonna put here, because I want the neighborhood to look and feel very lived in. Don't know what house I'm gonna build there yet. I'm gonna cross that bridge when I get there. Okay, cross that bridge. Okay. But yeah, to be honest, I'm really obsessed with this house. I don't know why. Like, I'm just obsessed with this house in particular So I think this is going to be the main house of the main character that I have in the save file because I'm just really obsessed with it. But enough of this part of the world. I'm going to show you the other part of Willow Creek that I worked on, because I didn't just work on this part. I'm not just going to show you one part. So let's just hop into the other part. Okay, so we're in the other part of Willow Creek. You know, that part where those long, narrow, skinny lots, which I hate. So I had to change that because I just was not about to have just like a long row of lots. I didn't like that. So I used this lot in the middle to put a street and kind of like, you know, separate it, making it seem like there's a street here, and then there's a little small town grocery store, and there's a diner and a little gas station that's tucked in the back. Then we're gonna have the motel here. At least I think I'm gonna have the motel here. I might change this. I'm not sure. I don't know if I like it yet. And then I just put the trees here to cover up the water because the water is just killing me. Like it's the water is killing me. Okay, it's not. I don't want to see it. Don't want to see it. But overall, I really like how it came out. I'm probably going to make some of those red and white dead end barricades and put that there instead of this. I don't know, I might keep it right there, but I kind of want the red and white barricades. But yeah, so this is gonna be the diner. I'm gonna work on that soon. And I got this little the lumberjack statue from The Sims 2, and I just really like how it looks. I just threw it right there. I thought it looked cool. I thought it looked very small town American, like like they would have something like this outside of a diner. And yeah, I just made this store. I don't think it looks anything like Cellar Brothers. I haven't seen a Cellar Brothers that looks like this, but I wanted it to look very 80s. And looking at a lot of the grocery stores and stuff from the 80s, it kind of had this like very brown, nude and red color scheme, so I just went with that. And I use this lot as a parking lot. So back to what I was saying previously, sometimes I'm more about aesthetics than functionality. Like not every lot has to be a build that my Sims have to use, because there's so many worlds. Like I have Willow Creek, I have Newcrest. Like there's so many worlds within a save file, so it's going to be so many different lots that I can build on. It's just all about making it make sense and making it look good. So yeah, I wasn't going to squeeze like a whole bunch of little stores right here, because that's just not the look I wanted to go for. And I like how it came out. Because now I'm not too pressed about the double streets, because at first I hated this, but now it looks fine because this is kind of going to be like their town center, downtown area. Like I'm going to put more downtown stuff here, along here, maybe like a post office and a movie theater, things like that. And I'm going to add a street here and put like some homes, so it's going to look like, you know, a neighborhood, and then the downtown area where everyone goes and does a business. So I can't wait to like work on that, even though that's gonna be a lot, because I'm gonna have to make everything from scratch. I'm gonna have to make a 1980s movie theater, video rental store, like just so many things. So it's gonna take me a while, but I really enjoy the process. It's not a rush to me. Like I don't care if I'm not done with any of my save files anytime soon. I enjoy the process of doing them. I think I enjoy the process of building and creating things more than I like playing a game, which is probably why I keep starting different save files. But I don't know, it's fun. So let me turn my G shade back on. So yeah, this is how it looks with the G shade on. Really like it. It's really coming together. Have the exact look I was going for. And I had to be very specific with the trees. I didn't want too many pine trees because that was going to make it look very Pacific Northwest, and that's not the type of world I'm building. I'm not doing a Pacific Northwest world. So I'm glad that I found these regular looking trees, because you know these trees are everywhere. Not those big tall pine trees. I was gonna say lumberjack pine trees, and we have a lumberjack right here, but yeah, so it's coming together. It's going great. These are the only two sections, this part and then the other part I just showed you guys with the homes. That's all I've worked on when it comes to this 1980s save file. I'm probably going to take a little small break from this save file and then jump to my 1970s save file because I really am ready to start that. At least place like the bones of it. Like that's what I call it, just placing like the little bones of it. And my 1970s save file is going to take place in rural Texas. So probably West Texas, maybe East Texas, not sure, but it is going to be rural Texas. Very Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibes with that. So I can't wait to start working on that. And I have like a whole storyline for that. There's going to be cults involved. It's going to be things from the Vietnam War because that's what was going on in the 70s. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be fun. Like each world in save file that I'm working on has kind of like a dark tone to it. Like this 1980s one, it's a whole bunch of children going missing in the town, and you know people got to get to the bottom of that, like what's going on with that. So pretty basic, pretty basic for 1980s, but like that's kind of the theme of this world. And what's so funny is I usually get inspired by songs when it comes to like building, and I listen to a lot of Blondie, and I was listening to Hanging on the Telephone by Blondie. Mind you, this song came out in 78. It's not an 80s song, but if you listen to the song, it just gives like something that would be in an 80s movie. And I was like, you know what, I want to make a world based off this song. Not based off the song, but you know, like the song just like inspired me to make a world. I hope I'm making sense, but I get inspired by songs. And for my 1970s world, I think I was listening to not California Dreaming, but believe I was listening to Bob Dylan, Knocking on Heaven's Door. I'm like, I could do something with that. Something in rural Texas in the 70s, something that has to do with cults, something that has to do with a young guy that just came home from the Vietnam War, something along the lines of that. I have just like notes written down in random notebooks, but nothing like fully like fleshed out. Okay, now I'm just rambling. But yeah, so this is how everything looks, and I like it. I think it looks good, and I'm having fun making it. So like I said before, this is the 1980s save. And I'm gonna do the 1990 save you guys saw. That was a New England save. I'm gonna go back to working on that. Then I have my 2000s one, my 2010s. Then we have 1970s, 60s, 50s, 40s. I think I'm gonna stop at 40s. I don't think I'm gonna go to like 1930s and 20s because that just seems really boring to me. Incredibly boring. I could do the Gilded Age because that time period is really interesting to me, but I don't know, 1920s and 30s is just kind of boring to me. Like, I don't know. 1940s is fun because I can do old Hollywood. Like I can do 1940s LA with like the film noir and the detectives, and there's an actress going missing. Like I can do some stuff with that. You know, I can do some stuff with 1950s. I can do some stuff in 1960s. I was gonna have like 1960s take place in New York, like with the whole mob going on. Like, you know, there's things. I don't know what I could do with the 1930s and 20s yet. It just seems very boring to me. I know there was things going on, but it's not in my head. So maybe I can come up with something. Who knows? But yeah, cannot wait to fully finish this. And I would like to like work on it on camera, but I have so much CC. And then compared with this G Shade and just like me being on a laptop, I just don't want to fry my CPU with trying to like record, and you know, I'm just kind of nervous about doing that. And I feel like it would be very laggy. My game doesn't run laggy, but just with trying to record and trying to build, and I don't know. I'm gonna try to figure out how I'm gonna do that. I need to get a desktop soon, but for now my laptop is doing just fine. I finally made my Tumblr. I'm gonna have my Tumblr linked below. It's called The Rad Nobody. I was gonna make a new Tumblr, but I was like, let me just use my Tumblr page, my lurking Tumblr page, because I had so much good stuff on it. I didn't want to create another one and have to manage it. So yeah, I'm gonna have that link below. It's gonna be a little goose, a little silly goose as the profile picture, so that's how you know it's me. And you'll be seeing me post updates and stuff on there, like behind the scenes stuff when I'm not posting on here. So you'll be seeing way more things there because it's easier to post a picture than it is to film a video. So definitely check out my Tumblr because that's the only social media that I have. So check out my Tumblr. You know, you can talk and chat with me over there. But yeah, I think that's enough of my rambling. I kind of do want to work on the grocery store. on camera. I feel like that would be fun. I wouldn't finish it all in one video, but I feel like that would be fun. So let me know if you guys would be like interested in seeing me work on that, or even like the diner, like something small. We can like try something small, see if I can work on it on camera, and you know, we can go from there. But the next time you see this world, all of this will be done. Like I'm definitely going to be working on this, so all of this will be done next time you see this. I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else to say. I just want to, you know, update you guys and show you guys the worlds that I'm working on. The next video will be the 1970s world, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, that's it for me, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.